Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, June 8th. Lisa Lydia Scott here. We're going to jump into our headlines and talk about the weather here in a moment, but just want to remind you right away, of course, we're live every weekday morning on Facebook. Then you can watch it anytime on your feed throughout the day. You can also find us on our Inforum YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube. Just look WDAY up. You'll find us there.
Yep.
And of course, we make this into a podcast as well. So inforum.com/podcast. Look for the Inforum Minutes. So then you can get all of this weather talk as well. I feel like that's what people are looking for most of the time.
Yes.
It's kind of been, even though it's been the same, it's kind of crazy weather because it got severe now.
We had some severe thunderstorm warnings last night, even a tornado warning. No confirmed tornado touchdown at all. In fact, there were some gust-nados, which has been a topic of conversation here all morning long. Thank you for humoring me and pretending each time that you didn't know what I was talking about.
Well, because the first time she brought it up,
I
was like, what, is she just like making up this word?
No.
And I jokingly said, well, after Sharknado, I was like, well, if there's a Sharknado, maybe you just decided Gustnado. Like, I know, I can't let go of that.
I get it, It does sound silly. It sounds almost like a Dr. Seuss thing.
Yeah.
Gustnado is a real deal. It's a rotating column of air similar to a tornado, but the column of air is rotating down on the ground and it's not attached to the parent thunderstorm. And so there is a big difference between a tornado, which is attached to a parent thunderstorm and creates that funnel all the way down to the ground. The rotation starts in the sky and then comes down. This is rotation down at the ground. There's no connection between the thunderstorm and the dirt that's swirling down on the ground. So we had some of those gustnados yesterday. They form out ahead of thunderstorms where there are just kind of some swirls and some eddies in the atmosphere, and so that does create enough spin to create these gustnados. And they can be damaging. They can knock some things over, and they certainly make things dirty because they pick up dirt in fields and then spread it all over the place. Yeah. There's a great video that we had from NDON. There's another video on my Facebook if you want to check it out just to see what one of these looks like. So these will be possible again today as we watch for more thunderstorms to pop up in the heat of the day. I'd say after 3 p.m. we start to watch those develop. This time along a cold front that's moving from the northwest down to the southeast, and that acts as a trigger or an extra push in the atmosphere. Right now we have all these different parameters lining up for severe weather today, and then the cold front is the extra push. I always say that like you've made your mom mad over and over and over, and then there's just one more thing that really pushes her over the edge. That's the cold front.
Okay.
It's the one extra thing. Not that it's going to be a big severe weather outbreak, but any of the storms today could get a little bit feisty with inch to maybe inch and a half hail on damaging wind gusts, and then gustnados are a possibility today too. So we'll watch out for those. Otherwise, it turns hot and sticky this afternoon. Tomorrow, maybe a stray little shower or thunderstorm. I don't have severe weather threats for tomorrow. Just don't be surprised to catch a raindrop. And then decreasing clouds and decreasing humidity throughout the day. It's going to get less sticky into the afternoon.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
I know some people like the heat. You said if you like heat, do people like humidity? Maybe.
There are some, I'm sorry, crazy people that like humidity. I am not one of those.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like the sticky feel. I don't like sweating. It is connect. Oh, now we're back.
There it is.
Anyways, humidity will decrease throughout the day tomorrow. Weekend looks lovely, upper 70s. Still warm enough to do things outside, go to the lake, be on the boat, whatever. But not quite as oppressive as the heat and humidity we've seen lately. If you do like the heat and humidity, it's back next week. So 90s do return.
I think it would be a lot nicer at Ribfest without the humidity.
I agree.
Yeah.
There will be a little bit of a breeze though on Saturday, so we kind of, trade one thing off for another. You might have to hold down the paper plates, the napkins a little bit tighter on Saturday, but it won't be as sweaty. You won't be a sweaty pig out at Ribfest by Saturday.
Pig
Tomorrow
out
maybe
without
still a little bit,
Oh,
but
man.
yeah. Okay.
Good stuff. All right. Thank you,
Thank
Lydia.
you.
Thanks. Sounds like that weather didn't really impact the entertainment last night.
No, I know. I should have had her talk about that because we both live in West Fargo, and there was a downpour in West Fargo, and I thought, oh, poor people at Ribfest. But she checked the, rain gauge at the Fargo Dome, and there was nothing. So, yeah, you never know where
Interesting
it's
how that
going
happens.
to. Right.
All right, let's dive into some local headlines this morning. Right now, an arrest warrant is out for an Otter Tail County man who is accused of killing one person and critically injuring another in a crash on I-29. These charges were actually filed in Cass County just over a year after the accident happened. 42-year-old Shandy Cordner is now being charged with negligent homicide and aggravated reckless endangerment. Police say he killed 39-year-old Lucas Azur and seriously injured 50-year-old Don Keplin on the road on the ramp connecting I-94 with I-29 in Fargo. The two men were trying to fix a trailer that they were hauling when Cordner rear-ended them while they were on the shoulder of the road. Cordner told police at the crash site that his car turned right for no reason. That's since been proven false. Cordner served 3 days in jail on a meth charge because that drug was found in his car. However, police say that they believe Cordner was on his phone during the crash.
Right now, money is being raised for the funerals of a local father and daughter. They both died in a Fargo apartment fire that happened late last week that we've been reporting on. GoFundMe pages have been set up for both 27-year-old Adrian Zamaron and his 3-year-old daughter, Serenity Ray. Together, they've raised about $8,000. The money will help pay for the funerals and also remaining medical expenses.
Governor Doug Burgum is wasting no time hitting the campaign trail. Today and tomorrow, he will be making stops in Iowa before heading to the East Coast. In Iowa, he is slated for visits to farm equipment companies, a small town eatery, the World Pork Expo at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. He's mainly sticking to small towns. And then on Saturday and Sunday, he's headed to New Hampshire, where he's going to spend the day there. However, his campaign has not said exactly what he's going to be doing in New Hampshire just yet. And then we saw this morning he was actually on CNN doing a live interview. So starting to make those campaign rounds.
Yeah, it's busy now for him
Yeah.
for quite some time. We've been tracking this as well for you. A North Dakota Museum of Art sculpture has been found. We were reporting on when it was stolen and what they were going to do if they were going to replace it. It had been missing for 7 months. The garden wheel sculpture sits outside the museum. It was taken in October of last year. It was found just recently, Southgate Casino Bar and Grill in Grand Forks. It has been returned. A few tiles, 6 to 8 tiles were broken, but at least it's back.
Yeah, at least it's back. All right, the city of East Grand Forks has approved Juneteenth as an official city holiday. The city council voted 4-3 in favor of recognizing it. Back in January, the state legislature also passed a bill to recognize it as a state holiday. The new state law would normally go into effect in August with other new laws that are passed, but this one will take effect immediately. So normal city and state services will be closed this June 19th.
A daytime passenger train that would run from Fargo to St. Paul is one step closer to becoming a reality. The Minnesota DOT will be putting together a study that will include a possible design for the track. The study will also include an economic and ridership analysis to see who the service would benefit. Right now, there is no timeline for when that study will be completed.
Zebra mussels continue to be an issue across Lakes Country and other lakes in the region. The Minnesota DNR found the invasive species on a concrete plank at Tamarack Lake, that's near Pelican Rapids. The department is using this as an opportunity to remind people that steps must be taken to keep zebra mussels from spreading. Make sure to clean your boat off or whatever watercraft you have and your trailers before going from one body of water to the next, whether that be a lake to a river or vice versa. Make sure to clean it off. And then also remember to dispose of any unwanted bait in a trash can and never release it into Minnesota waters.
Big story right now. We've covered it when the smoke gets bad here from the wildfires in Canada. Now, across the U.S., some crazy video as well. But those Canadian wildfires, 75 million people now affected across the U.S. and under air quality alerts. 150 active wildfires are burning right now in Quebec. More than a dozen U.S. states are impacted, with major cities just shrouded in smoke. I was seeing video last night from New York and Detroit. They have some of the worst air quality conditions right now in the world. And I know I was looking this up when you were talking there. Did you hear this? That the Yankees-White Sox game was postponed during the
didn't hear
wildfire
that.
smoke.
Wow.
As well. So, hey, if the Yankees aren't playing because of it.
Must be serious.
Must be serious. Also, delaying flights as well. The heavy wildfire smoke in Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C.
All right, Hot Mic today, big show with Don Izzo. You can watch it from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. Cheyenne completes a three-peat for the second time in 5 days, this one on the golf course. And NDSU has landed another commitment for 2024. This one comes from a unique spot. So find out where by watching his show.
And remember, right now is a great time to get a subscription to Inforum.com. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. It's a great deal. Has all of our local, national, sports, and weather headlines all in one place.
And we got you covered the rest of the day on air as well. Our next newscast is at 11 o'clock. Then we got you covered this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. So a lot of stuff going on. Make sure to tune in for updates on all of it.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.